We're kicking off our single stream recycling, which is going to allow, we know we have to educate everyone, but we're constantly going to be doing it because the more we tell the story, the more we'll get people to comply. At the county, the freeholders have tried to make this as easy as possible. We know that if we make it an easy program, more people will be apt to use it. Single stream is nothing more than recycling. You'll be able to put bottles, cans, doesn't matter whether they're plastic or glass or steel or aluminum, milk containers, plastic, junk mail, cardboard, business mail, newspapers, magazines will now all be able to go into one single container. Now you need to pay attention to what town you live in and how they're going to pick it up. Some will have automated trucks, some will use existing cans, so your local recycle coordinator will be sending out information over the next few months as to how your particular community will handle the single stream. What we want to show you is we have 3 vehicles behind us, and as you can see, this was the first truck where it's like a source separated truck. Years and years ago when we first started, you actually had to, not only did you have to separate glass from plastic, but at one time you had to actually segregate the different color glasses. Like if you had blue glass or clear or amber glass, it had to be separate. Plastic had to be kept separate from different types of plastic. So the trucks, as you can see, the original trucks, they had many bins, so you had to put out different containers. Newspapers had to be tied, magazines needed to be tied. Now we ask you not to tie them, and that's the education process. We don't want you to tie anything. We don't want you to put anything in a plastic bag or a paper bag. We prefer for you just to have it loose in a can that the town chooses, whether it's an automated can. Many of you have what they call robo trucks, automated trucks, where they come up and pick up the cans. You can put it in there if they want you to do that. Or maybe the rear packers, where they just take the can and dump it in the back. Again, your local community will be telling you what's best for them. We've been very explicit not to tell the towns how to get the material to us. We think the 33 municipalities in Ocean County know the best way to get the material to us. Once they get it to us, they can do it. They can use existing trucks, they can buy new trucks, they can do whatever they feel is best for them and what's most economical. Once they get it to us, we'll take it from there. But again, we go from the old truck, the original, to the more up-to-date here in Lakewood. And then, of course, we have our future, which is an articulated truck, sort of like a tractor-trailer, easier to go down narrow roads, cul-de-sacs, and that's the new up-to-date truck. Minash, I don't know if you want to have anything to say. But
thank you, Freeholder Lacey. Today's a great day, and I appreciate very much being able to be out of here today. We'll be saving so much money with this new system. Right now, after a 2-year bond of paying for the new containers, after that, it's all gravy. We'll be making money on this. People will be able to then recycle their items much more efficiently, easier, faster, quicker. The containers, we just purchased new containers here in Lakewood. They're bigger, they're wider, they won't roll around in the wind, and this is certainly going to be a win-win situation. We've eliminated certain trucks that will be necessary in the past to pick it up. In the past, we had a truck going around for the glass, and we had a truck going around for paper. Now we've been able to eliminate the truck for paper as we're going around with single stream, one truck for all. I met a guy last week, he tells me, Deputy Mayor, I've been doing single stream all year. I've been just throwing everything into one. I said, well, great. Guess what, guy? From now on, you're going to be doing it like this. And he was excited. He said, it's so much simpler this way. He has a container like that. It's yay big. It's a win-win situation. We're excited. I'm glad to be here today.
Yes, Minash, and one other thing to point out, too, is that everything that gets recycled, the county, because of our economy of scale, we're able to bring it to market and we sell it. And you have to think of all these different commodities, whether it's glass or plastic or aluminum or steel. These are commodities, cardboard. We take to market and we sell them. It's really a mutual fund for garbage. Glass might be low one day, aluminum might be high, but the whole idea is to take these products to market, to sell them, and at the same time, not only making the money on that, we return some to the town, and then we also fund our whole recycling operation so it doesn't come out of the land taxes. At the same time, your community does not have to put it in the landfill at $95 a ton, so you really save on both sides. Economically, it makes sense, and certainly for our environment, it makes sense. And it's the right thing to do. And again, we tried to make it as easy as possible for everyone to use. The Deputy Mayor said it. Some people have been single streaming for years. Just think of it, you're ahead of your time. But now you can do it, and you can do it legally. And we hope that if people even carry it on as far as composting and use our paint management program, use our recycling program. They should only need to put a small bag of garbage or trash that goes into the landfill every day, even if you have a large family. It needs to become a life skill. We think we've advanced pretty good. We have a great staff. We believe to be the first government-run facility in the state of New Jersey to do this. Some of the private sector is ahead of us. We are here. We think we're ahead of the curve. We're doing everything. We're trying to do everything we can to keep the costs down wherever we can in these difficult times. Thank you.
Frielda, we thank you for your vision. Just recently, you were kind enough, we got a $56,000 check in Lakewood for our recyclables. Now it's for 6 months. That means about a year we're making $110,000 in recycling, and we hope with this new system we'll make even more. We'll save money, we'll get money, and we'll save stuff going to the landfill by able to do recycling. And again, I thank you for inviting me to be here today.
Thank you, Mayor.
We use a system which is it's a Lubo screen. What it does, it takes the corrugated, it takes the cardboard with using a series of discs which are separated, which are spaced to allow the cardboard to roll over these discs while the newspaper, commingled material filters through. So the cardboard goes off to one area while the rest of the product continues on its path. So what happens, after the material goes over the OCC Lubo screen, it then is conveyed over to the OMP screens. The OMP screens are the newspaper screens. Okay, we'll separate the newspapers from the bottle and cans. So it's a series of separation as the commingled containers are separated from paper. We also use a piece of equipment called a T-Tech that will separate by scanning the material and separates the paper from the remaining bottle and cans. So it goes through a series of separation, and that would be the final scan, which is an optical scan. It goes under an optic scanner and then sent to these conveyors over here on the tip floor. All the commingled containers are on the tip floor, sent over to our processing system for bottle and cans. We are operating now 10 hours a day, 5 days a week, and this is before our summer tonnage season begins, which we will then look for 50% extra material. As we would say right now we're probably doing about 300 tons a day. Pretty soon we'll be doing, I would say, maybe 450 tons a day. And ultimately the system we will have 2 shifts, and we will process somewhere around 9,000 tons a month. So with the automation, that includes the T-Tech scanners, the Lubo screens, the OMP screens. We have eliminated the manual sort. The only thing we're really doing now is a quality control sort. So we want to make sure what we send out to the mills would be accepted. So we'll go overseas to China. And domestically, we'll go down to North Carolina. We'll go down to Virginia. We'll go over to Syracuse, New York. So, but most of the material would be going overseas.